Hi and welcome to the studio. May Flom here, and today we're going to be playing with a material that I was neglecting for quite a while, shrinkable plastic. So as you can hear, it's just a sheet of plastic, and its special property is that when you heat it, it's going to shrink. I'm going to say, I haven't measured, but I'm going to say probably about 75%, maybe 80%, so it shrinks a lot. The fun thing to do with it, well, there's a lot of fun things to do with it. You can color it, you can make little charms or little accents for your paper crafting, for your jewelry making. I have like a little zipper planner that I can put little charms on. It's super fun. This is mine right here that I was playing with. So what you want to do though is stamp or anything that you want big first, small later. You also want to cut it. Then after it's shrunk down is when you would add additional color, such as maybe alcohol inks or some kind of sheer color medium that you wanted to add to that. After. I say after because if you're just trying to add color, if you add it before and then it shrinks, it can kind of warp and do ugly things. I've learned from experience this week. The reason I have the shrink plastic back out is because I figured out, silly me, it's a great candidate for the ScanNCut DX. So the ScanNCut DX cuts up to 3 millimeters, cuts plastics beautifully. This is a great product to cut out with it because you can cut, I'm about to show you, around your stamps. You can cut, however, whatever you would like, however you would like to cut, you can cut that here. Then go and shrink it. And you definitely want to do any cutting before because it's super thin and flexible before, and it's super hard and thick after. I wouldn't even try to cut that with scissors after. You want to do all the cutting before the shrinking. So let me show you how this works.
Your first step is to take a stamp and an archival ink. You're wanting an ink that will set onto plastic and remain set once we shrink. And you're going to stamp your image, whatever your images may be. You could also use a permanent pen and draw an image. Then you're going to place the material onto your ScanNCut mat. I'm using a low-tack mat, but either standard or low-tack would work. And I'm cutting out 2 just for more examples. Then you're going to go into pattern and select your pattern. Now there's lots and lots of different options. Here in the ScanNCut DX, I am working on the SDX 225, which has many patterns to select from. And I'm going to select an oval and a heart. And then what you're going to see me do here is press that middle button and scan. So I'm scanning my mat. There is a built-in scanner in this machine, and what that means for us here is it's going to scan, and I'm going to be able to see where that material is. I'm then going to be able to go in and rotate my designs and resize my designs so that they fit around the image. Now I'm probably going to cut off some parts of the images, which is totally fine to me. It's really more for me about getting these images done in a way that's going to look really nice. I'm then going back in and I'm going to make a circle about 1/2 inch, a little over. This is so that I will have for jewelry or charm making so that the hole is there to put jump rings or wire or whatever it might be through. I'm just going to put that towards the top, and then you can see what my ScanNCut is cutting. So the machine does not actually know about my patterns. It just knows where I wanted to place stuff. We used that scanner so that we could see that we were placing things in the right spot, which makes this so much easier. Once you have this done, your next step is to shrink. So you're going to use a hot heat tool. So this, if you do embossing and that kind of craft work, you're going to get one of those heat tools out and heat set. And what's going to happen is it's going to wrinkle up. It's going to fold over on itself. You're going to think everything is lost, but do not worry. It will flatten out. Keep heating it until it stops. And then if you wanted to add any color mediums or do any other decorating, now would be the time. Go right ahead. The process is super quick, easy, and simple.
All right, so here is my oval that I added some alcohol ink to the back side of. I put it on the back side so that the stamp would show on the front and then the alcohol ink colors on the back. And I have the heart one, and I have another sample that I made, and they're here on my desk. My guys were so in a creative zone with the beads and the wire and the shrink plastic that I have made such a mess that I can't find it, so I give up. If they turn up, I'll have to share them at a later date. But I have some other ones. Like here is a little tiny guy that has a stamp on it. Look, a little pen and paper stamp. I mean, it's a lot of fun, and it's a pretty easy product to utilize. And if you have a ScanNCut DX, then you can see what you're cutting. You can see where your stamps are or whatever you might have stamped. And it just makes it so much fun and so much easy. All you're doing is heating, decorating, and going. So if you've played with shrink plastic, or you're going to, I'd love to know what you're going to make with it, or how you're going to utilize it, or what kind of images you're going to go for. This is what I've been up to. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you don't already, please do subscribe, join in. I've got new craft videos every week. I'll see you next time.